Hi and welcome to the show. And well, is a robot coming to a bank near you? Robo-Banking. We're going to have Andrew Stewart, our resident freelance banker, in the studio to talk everything about robotics and banking and will it affect you getting your money? Andrew, robots in banks, goodness me, it's coming.
Well, inexorably, yes, it's all coming to us. So banking, like virtually every other industry we know, is moving towards digitisation, Michael.
Yeah. Is this being driven by the artificial intelligence, the AIs that we keep hearing about, that they're bringing in to do the thinking for them?
Yes, but it's probably a little bit more basic than that even. It's just simply about saving cost.
Right, okay.
So a lot of credit decisioning now is where a human is following the rules on what is yes or no, what's go, what's no go on a loan. So if there's rules written there and if it's a yes or a no, then that can simply be put into an algorithm somehow.
Because you're saying before to me once that the guys doing the processing, as you said, the rules are being set from above and they've just got this. But your job is that intermediary, you bring that human, you bring the dynamics into it that also affect just not the tick the boxes type process.
We've been, as a finance broker, and that industry has been finding it increasingly challenging working with financiers.
Right.
Now, that's because we've been trained to work with the big banks who've traditionally been our financiers. Yeah. Now, those guys have got they're making huge profits, but they've also got huge costs.
Yes.
And a lot of that cost is with people. So if they can strip cost out by making the simple yes or no decisions digitised, robotised, then it reduces cost. Now, that's great for if you're a shareholder of that bank, or if you've got a very simple, request for borrowing. But as soon as it requires discretion, then immediately, and this is the frustration that we as financiers have been feeling, but our clients definitely, and that's why they come to us, because they go, I can't talk to my bank. How do I talk with them? How do I? But we've learned how to interpret them, and we've also got not just the major banks to go to, we've got such a wide range. So so I think our role is going to be just as important, if not more so, than before.
I was going to say, because, we're hearing, and I think just recently, I heard 4,000, but you're saying, no, it's 6,000. One of the banks is just laying off people going. And if there's less human interaction with a bank, and look, as you said, certain banks like lending on certain items and other banks have got different appetites for different types of lending. So for us, on the people who don't deal with it every day, you're actually going to be stepping into the finance coaching area, coaching us how to get through and actually helping us get the money out of these places.
Yeah, I think so. I think part of our adaptability in our industry is to learn to work with the clients in a different way, and it's about coaching them and educating them on how to manage their finance profile such that it's going to be digestible by the robot.
Yeah. And it gets me, because when you have a look at a bank, basically they go to like these big oil tycoons and people like that and churches, and they're going, we need to get our money into the market. So they want to give the money to the banks, but you quite often hear some of the banks go, we're full. We don't need your money because we can't lend the money. And I'm wondering, do you think this is going to start causing bottlenecks for the banks? Do you think that they're going to go down a path of going, actually, we're making it that hard to get the money out the other end where we make a profit? We're actually cutting our own nose off to spite our face.
Yes, I agree with you. However, they're very clever and they're highly flexible, so they'll find a way of getting it out there. And our job will evolve and something that we're already looking at in our business is how if we've got the ability to actually interpret the client's need for finance and appraise them for their suitability for lending, then in fact we're providing a much higher level of service than we're doing what the banks used to do.
I was going to say,
and then we'll be working with the banks in a slightly different way.
I was going to say, do you think the banks, if they start, and they argue it's not if about this, they're actually going down this path, as they get rid of their own human staff, but then they've got you. Do you think the relationships between finance brokers and banks, because at the moment it might be called a little bit testy because...
bit of tension there.
Bit of tension. But you think as those people kind of dissolve out of that system and the people at the top going, no, we need to take money in, get money out, that's how we make our profits, that your relationships will change with banks.
Yeah, so it will. It's going to be interesting to see how that evolves.
Yeah.
Because in the home lending market, I think that it's going to be digitised quicker than it will be in the business lending market.